Have you ever felt pressured by life's difficulties, as if adversity is always lurking? In moments like these, it's easy to feel discouraged and lost. But it is precisely in these moments that we can find strength that comes from faith. The truth is that even in the face of challenges, we have a greater purpose: to stand tall. Believing that we are stronger than the circumstances that surround us is essential. The Word reminds us that we walk by faith, not by sight. This message encourages us to look beyond what is visible and to trust in what truly matters: our belief in a better future and the protection we receive. As we face struggles, we can come together and remember that we are not alone on this journey. Faith connects us and strengthens us as a community, reminding us that we are part of something much greater. As we prepare for a moment of surrender and reflection, I invite you to open your heart and allow hope to be reborn in your life. Let us together seek that strength that keeps us steadfast, even when everything seems difficult. May we feel the support and love that surround us, remembering that regardless of the storms we face, we have the capacity to stand tall. Lord, in this moment of surrender, I come to you with a heart full of gratitude. I thank you for the strength that sustains me, even when life feels heavy. I acknowledge that, despite the pressures and challenges I face, I am not alone. You are my refuge, the source of courage that keeps me standing firm. Thank you for reminding me that I am part of a community that supports each other, that walks together, even in adversity. In the midst of struggles, I praise you, Lord. I praise you for the hope that is reborn in my heart, even when everything around me seems dark. I believe that faith is what moves me, what makes me look forward, beyond difficulties. Help me to see beyond what is visible, to trust in your plans for my life. May I always remember that, even in moments of perplexity, your presence is my foundation. I ask that you strengthen me, Lord. May I never be discouraged in the face of difficulties, but find in you the motivation to move forward. May each challenge we face unite us more. May our faith grow, and may we be a light to one another. Help me to be an instrument of encouragement for those around me, so that we can rise together and continue our journey. I thank you for the blessings that I often overlook, for each small miracle that happens around me. May I be grateful in every situation, remembering that you are always with me, even when things seem complicated. May my gratitude transform into actions, into love for others, into support for those who need a shoulder to lean on. Lord, I also want to praise you for the promise that nothing can stop your purpose. Even when the world seems chaotic, I trust that you have a plan for all of us. Help me to remain steadfast in my faith, not to be shaken by circumstances. May I always remember that, just like many before me, I can overcome any obstacle with your help. I entrust my worries and fears to you, trusting that you take care of me. May I live with the certainty that I am loved and protected, and that my life has a meaning that goes beyond the difficulties I face. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me that true strength comes from you, and that together we are stronger. On the journey of life, we often encounter challenges that seem insurmountable. The Word reminds us in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." These verses speak directly to our hearts, bringing a powerful message about the resilience we can find in our faith. Even when we feel pressured and surrounded by difficulties, we have the assurance that we are not alone. Your presence surrounds us, Lord, and it is this certainty that keeps us standing, even in life's storms. I acknowledge that it is normal to feel distressed amid struggles, but I also know that you give me the strength needed to overcome every obstacle. I believe that, just as your word teaches us, I can remain steadfast without being shaken by the circumstances that surround me. These verses show us that being a Christian does not mean living free from difficulties, but rather having the assurance that, even in the midst of them, there is always a greater purpose. It is an invitation to look beyond what we see, to trust that even in the most complicated situations, there is a hope that sustains us. Lord, I want to live this reality. May I see with the eyes of faith, believing that you are always by my side, guiding and strengthening me. In practice, this translates into living with courage and determination, even when everything seems to be against me. I want to be a living testimony of your grace, showing others that faith is a secure foundation in times of uncertainty. Every challenge I face becomes an opportunity to grow and learn. Help me remember that even when I feel downcast, I am not destroyed. Every scar is a testament to your faithfulness. May my life reflect this truth, Lord. May I be an instrument of encouragement for those who feel lost. When I see someone in difficulty, may I offer words of hope, reminding them that strength does not come from us, but from you. May we support one another, forming a community of faith that remains united even in adversity. I thank you for the promise that even when we are persecuted, we are not abandoned. May this assurance give me courage to face each day, knowing that in your love I will always find a way. Lord, I want to live this truth in my life, always seeking the light that comes from faith. May I be a reflection of your hope, helping others to stand firm, just as I seek to remain. Have you ever stopped to think about how many times we face moments of pressure and uncertainty in our lives? It is common to feel alone, as if difficulties want to bring us down. But even in those moments, we need to remember that there is a greater strength that sustains us. When we are surrounded by challenges, what thoughts come to your mind? Do you hesitate, or do you remember the hope that can arise even in the most complicated situations? Think of the times when you felt down, as if there were no way out. What kept you strong? Often it is faith that helps us look beyond what we see and believe that something better is coming. Have you ever felt that certainty pulsating in your heart? Sharing our struggles can be a relief, and by sharing these experiences with others, we find support and companionship. How can you be that light in the life of someone who needs it? Remember that we all are part of a community that supports one another. When one member rises, everyone grows stronger. Do you have someone in mind that you could encourage today? Sometimes, a simple gesture of love or a word of support can make all the difference in someone's life. How powerful it is to know that even amidst tribulations, we are not alone. Finally, reflect on what truly drives your life. It's easy to be swept away by circumstances, but by focusing on faith, we find a purpose that transcends everything. Are you willing to look beyond what is visible and believe that the strength that comes from faith can transform your reality? Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and together we can move forward, supporting one another. May we always be that network of hope and encouragement, remembering that even in adversity, faith keeps us standing. In times of difficulty, many of us can relate to the story of Paul and Silas, who faced one of the most challenging periods of their lives. They were imprisoned, not just in chains, but also in an environment that felt completely oppressive. However, even in the face of imprisonment and pain, they chose to adopt an attitude of praise and worship. In the book of Acts, chapter 16, verse 25, we read that at midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, even amidst suffering. This choice to worship in difficult times is a powerful lesson for all of us. Instead of being overcome by despair, they found strength in worship, a clear testimony that faith can sustain us even in the most adverse situations. The story continues with an earthquake that opened the prison doors, showing that when we seek God amidst difficulties, something extraordinary can happen. Not only were they freed, but they also became instruments of transformation in the life of the jailer, who converted and received salvation. Like Paul and Silas, we are called to maintain faith and worship in our own prisons. The struggles we face may vary, but the right response is always to turn to God, even when everything seems lost. Worship not only strengthens us, but it can also impact those around us in ways we could never imagine. Have you ever thought about how your faith and attitude can influence others in times of difficulty? Let this story inspire you. When you feel pressured, remember Paul and Silas. No matter how challenging the circumstances may be, you can, like them, find a reason to praise. Worship is a powerful tool that helps us stay strong, uniting us with the faith community that supports us. May we learn to praise even in the midst of storms, knowing that with God by our side, nothing can stop us. Lord, at this moment, I come to you with an open heart, acknowledging the difficulties I have been facing. I often feel the weight of the pressures trying to bring me down. I ask that you grant me the strength needed to stand firm in the face of adversity. Help me remember that even when the struggle seems intense, you are by my side, sustaining and guiding me. May I find courage to move forward, even when the challenges seem insurmountable. Lord, I ask that you renew my faith each day. Help me not to be shaken by circumstances, but to keep my eyes focused on you. May the certainty of your presence fill me with hope, even in the darkest moments. I want to be a testimony of your grace, showing that with your help I can overcome any obstacle. Strengthen my trust in you and in your plans for my life, even when I cannot see the path ahead. May my life be a reflection of the faith I carry in my heart. Help me to be a source of encouragement for those who are also facing struggles. May I reach out to those in need of support, remembering that we are a community united by faith. Together, may we share the hope that comes from you and encourage one another to stand firm, regardless of the difficulties that arise in our path. Lord, I also surrender my doubts and fears to you. Help me to fully trust in your purposes, even when uncertainty tries to paralyze me. May I experience the peace that comes from knowing that you care for me, and that in you I find security. May each challenge I face become an opportunity for growth, and may I learn to praise you amidst the storms of life. May my faith be strengthened each day, and may I never forget that with your help, I am capable of standing firm. Today I want to invite you to a spiritual challenge that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. When facing difficulties, how about making a conscious choice to stand firm in faith? Instead of being overwhelmed by discouragement, seek to find small ways to express your confidence in a better future. A simple gesture can have a profound impact. During this week, look for someone who is facing challenges and offer your support. It could be a word of encouragement, a message, or even a gesture of solidarity. When you make yourself available to help, you not only strengthen those beside you, but also reaffirm your own faith. Additionally, set aside a daily moment to reflect on the victories you have already achieved. Even amidst struggles, remember that each small achievement is a testament to the strength that comes from believing. May this practice of faith and mutual support become a routine in your life, helping to build a stronger and more united community. Together, we are capable of standing firm, even in the face of adversity. Today, as we conclude this moment of reflection and prayer, I want you to carry with you a powerful truth. Even in the most challenging situations, the strength to stand firm is within us. It is faith that sustains us, that allows us to look beyond difficulties and see a future filled with hope. Remember that even when the pressure feels intense, you are not alone. With each step, you are encouraged to trust and move forward, knowing that there is a greater purpose in every struggle you face. Now I invite you to receive a special blessing. May the peace that surpasses all understanding invade your heart and mind. May the strength that comes from above empower you to face each challenge that arises. May your days be filled with the certainty that you are loved, and that even in the face of adversity you can stand firm. May the light of hope shine brightly in your life, and may you become a beacon of encouragement for those around you. Before we say goodbye, I would like to ask you a question. What can you do starting today to help someone who is facing difficulties? Think about how you can be an agent of change and a support for those who need it. As you take action, remember that every small gesture counts and can make a big difference. If you feel that this message touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This way you can follow more content that inspires and strengthens your faith. Thank you for being with us in this special moment. May God richly bless you, and may you continue steadfast in your journey. Until next time.